So where are we now?
Times Square.
Times Square. Everything like that. Now we're
Yeah.
in the city.
We're in the
New York
city,
City.
right? And we're congested, just like people are when they eat dairy.
Yeah.
And what are you feeding me? She keeps,
Yeah.
Freelee keeps. Whoa,
Oh.
sorry.
Whoops.
Freelee keeps opening up dates for me and feeding them to me. She doesn't even ask if I want them. She's just like, "Yep, you need more calories. You need more carb up."
So got to keep the carbs
It
coming.
wasn't much, but yeah, I guess so.
And like we were talking about before, like sometimes you have to force yourself to actually eat the fruit. You know, you may not think you need it, but then when you have it, it's like, oh yeah, I did actually need that.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm just going to Whole Foods with you and Harley the other night. I lost my voice, so it sounds really weird. But just going to Whole Foods with you, I realized, you know what? You have to buy a juice sometimes. You don't get fresh vegetables and fruits that you really like. They're not really ripe. They're not really good. It's not something you want. You fill up with the juice. It's not something to even think about. I felt good after the juice.
Yeah.
I felt great. They were just
And
flash.
we're talking about pasteurized or
Not
flash
only is it
pasteurized.
flash pasteurized, but if you ever ate a mango and you still think you're raw, you're not, because those are also flash pasteurized.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's a good substitute.
can't-
Yeah, it's like
you can't just say you're
Back up.
raw and just, think you're healthier than everybody else. It's just not, raw is not law. And I think that being carved up and having that sugar in you is so key. Otherwise, you're so screwed. You're so screwed.
exactly well said. It's like 100% healthy is what is important, not 100% raw.
Okay, let's put it this way. I was in Whole Foods with you, and I was like all of a sudden veering off to like these aisles where like
Nuts
the
and
cooked
stuff,
food
or-
was,
yeah.
and fat was, and I was really very attracted to the other foods. And then I told Harley, I said, "You're so right. I can't wait to drink this juice." I didn't even wait to pay for it. I just started drinking.
Me
and
too.
I felt immediately. I felt better.
Carved up.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Just immediate. It was like
It's like an
the best-
injection of
Exactly.
sugar.
Exactly. And it just felt so right. And then I was fine after that. I was totally fine.
Yeah.
I drank the entire bottle of juice.
You obviously
Huge
needed
bottle.
it.
Yeah, huge bottle, and I felt good.
And see, in the past,
And I
what would
didn't
we have?
question anything after that. I didn't need anything cooked. I didn't need anything fatty.
And in the past, what would we have done?
What
Like,
would we have
fasted.
done? We would have been
Yeah.
purists, and we would have
Just had
been
water.
completely undercarved, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's
got
just-
home and felt like, oh, I'm gonna have a fatty, nut dish or something like.
And I've done it
dressing.
all year, and I did that all year, thinking that I was bad for having something that wasn't good, and in the end, I get something that's awful.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No. It's so important.
You're so right, by the way. You really have it down. I gotta hand it to you. Out of all the pioneers that I've been speaking with or listening to, I really, really, truly believe, and what resonates with me the most is to really completely carb up and completely have all the stuff that's necessary to have. Bring your dates with you. Just bring them. Who cares? I've
Fruit
tried
is
it all
queen.
the other ways. I've tried all the other ways. I've tried fasting. I tried fasting every other day. I tried it all. But nothing works as well as what you told me to do. Just keep eating. And let me tell you, my friends, I'm with Freelee, and she eats. She is an eater.
Thank you.
Contrary to what people think, and I don't have to lie, I would tell you straight out, this girl eats. She could put it down. And I'm telling you, she's thin because she eats.
That's right. I
That's
like to
it.
pack it in.
You're thin
Oh.
because you eat. Freelee.
Exactly. It's a good point. Like starving, I've starved for years and years and years, and I'm just, no way, I'm not going back there. It's boring. It makes me crazy. It makes me fatter too, because I end up.
for eating, and just feeling guilty for eating so much fruit.
Yeah.
That one thing alone is just, forget it. That
Yeah,
could put you psychologically into a completely different realm.
It's our
and then you
perfect
start
food.
punishing yourself after you eat the cooked food. So which is better? Eat all the fruit you want. Eat all the fruit you want. What Freelee and Harley are saying is that you're eating all the fruit. I'm not driving right now. Don't get nervous that I'm looking at this. Eat all the fruit you want because you're in transition. Your body will eventually, if you're not, in transition anymore, your body will get used to it, become more efficient, and eat less. But what's the difference? Your body's going to lose weight either way. It all balances out in the end. Lectures, being around like-minded people like yourself, and just being completely re-inspired. And you know what? We
Awesome.
all could lose our way, and a lot of us struggle. And it doesn't mean that we're hypocrites because we say one thing and then we do another thing. I mean, we're really struggling. We do know the truth, but sometimes we fall down.
Yeah.
And And
as long as we get back up and keep going.
As long as you get back up.
Yeah.
If you don't get back up, and if you start blaming the diet, those are the two things.
Or blaming other people.
Those are the two things that Harley and Freelee get annoyed at. I get it. You know, you start blaming the diet.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it didn't work for me.
Just bow out gracefully.
You didn't make it work for you.
Yeah, just like let it go. So what? So it didn't work for you. So if Atkins didn't work for me, I wasn't gonna like bash it to death. I just won't do it. I'll only bash it if someone promotes it, but I won't bash it to death if I don't like it. If I don't like it, I just move on.
Well, it's also bad for the environment, bad for the animals, bad for people's health. So there's a good reason to beat it up.
That's true. Now,
but I know what you're saying.
I beat it up, but I'm saying at the time when I stopped Atkins years ago, I didn't bash it. I just didn't do it anymore. It didn't work. You just gotta get it.
Yeah.
And eventually.
And what's your YouTube channel too?
On my YouTube channel, it's under Vicky Vicky 2C. Or you could look me up because I always tag my name, Victoria Arnstein.
And Facebook is One Fruit at a Time.
Oh yeah, one fruit at a time. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
I give daily tips, motivating tips every day to people like myself. It even helps me struggle. You know, just daily tips for free. Share it and like.
Good.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I loved hanging out with you this week.
Me too.
I love it.
I love it too.
You're like my sister.
It's awesome. It's like always the best time of my life when I come to New York City. I love it.